Hey, hey, hey. The Italian Boys Radio Show is back on the air, baby. All right, so,
your show will be live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Intro. Must have messed that up. Here we go. Okay. So we got an intro now on the Italian Boys Radio Show. Back, just wanted to do an hour show today and get it, pumped up and check everybody out here and make a YouTube video. Excuse me. So welcome to the show, everybody. We're just going to do an hour show here. Scheduled today for, so I can explain the situation I had last night with the show. I see I had a lot of listeners tuned in to the show to dead air. Which I wasn't happy about. So log in today at blogtalkradio.com and or call in the studio at 347-426-3972 and get involved with the most honest talk in New Jersey with your amazing honest host, Don Calvino. Also check out my website at www.italianvoiceradioshow.com. Only on the Italian Voice Radio Show. We're gonna have a pretty good show today, I hope. We're just looking to get a show rolling here, and I wanted to do a show because I love it. Actually, it's awesome, and it's directed right to YouTube, and it's cool. It's a lot of fun. The only part that's hard is producing all this and making everything work right. Not running into problems and everything. So let's try to get some callers in here. 347-426-3972, and let's hope that we get a good show. I just want to give out some information, also advertisement. That I'm not going to be, we are going to be on July 17th, next Friday night. Nick Campione and I are going to be doing a show at his residence in Belleville on July 17th between 6 and 8. We go live at 6 o'clock. Last night, like I said, was pretty difficult because we couldn't really log on properly. We logged on, but then it was a little bit of a problem situated with the speed of the Wi-Fi, and it was kind of like, I don't know what happened. Usually Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi. You get right on, no problem, but that's all right, though. It's whatever happened. But I wanted to do a show to kind of explain what happened today. So get to Dunkin' Donuts in Belleville on Franklin Avenue, corner of Drollman Street and Franklin Avenue. I'm not going to be there. I'm sorry. We're going to be at Nick's residence, but we're all going to put it over to YouTube, and then we can, you guys can see our show and our interview I'm going to be doing with Nick, and we're going to be doing it hopefully, if everything works out, next Friday, which I'm praying. We're going to be doing the show for every week, and hopefully we're going to be trying to get into a studio in Nutley that I've heard about, that I brought up to Nick and that we were talking about. So we'll hopefully get into a studio and get that done. That would be great. That would be so awesome. And it's cool because my cousin owns the building, and I believe my cousin owns the studio. So that'll be excellent. There's nothing better than having family help you out. And, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to promise anything right now, but at this point that we'll hopefully get what I'm looking for. It's not easy to get this show going like this. It's almost a year. And, you know, I'm hoping and I'm praying that, you know, once we do get this rolling, people can really come into the studio and do everything and try to get things situated. So remember, you know, check on to that and check that out next week. Vic's really a good guy and friendly, and it's cool because Nick and I, we what's it called? We kind of share the same interests. We kind of share the same problems that are happening and arising that we can talk about. And it's really good because, you know, there's not a lot of people that are like that anymore that you can sit down and have an adult conversation with and have a conversation that, you know, we both can have on the same wavelength, that we can both understand each other that properly. It's not like that anymore. A lot of people just don't want to listen, and a lot of people don't care. A lot of people don't want to, you know, get involved with too much. But it is pretty good that I got a friend like this now. He's really a great guy. And the thing is, you know, I needed this, a big, gigantic announcement. Today last night, you know, like I said, we were down to, you know, we were down on our luck there with the connection. But, excuse me, 4,992 listeners we have at this point, which about 30 people were logged in to Dead Air, which is really upsetting because I feel bad because everybody was listening in. And, but that's going to bring us up to 5,000 because I only need 8 more listeners. So by tomorrow, it's going to really bring up, that's going to be 5,000 listeners. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. So by August, which is going to be a year, I'm on the radio. And, you know, it's a lot of, it's just awesome. What else could you say? 5,000 listeners. We, I tried my hardest to try to get to that point. So, you know, sometime next year, I'll probably be close to 10,000 total listeners. That's within a whole year. But, you know, anything could happen. I mean, you know, when you have these many listeners, you know, they continue to listen. They're the same people that are really actually bringing up the listening total, which is unbelievably exciting, and it's a lot of fun. You know, so let's get some callers in here, 347-426-3972. I'm going to post to my Italian Voice Radio Show group on Facebook. Now I'm live, so if you're in the group and you're listening in, call in 347-426-3972. Let's see, call the studio, and let's chat at 347-426-3972. And let's just leave it at that. Trying to get my friend Dylan from Sprouse to call in. This kid's a famous actor. And, you know, I like to talk about acting, of course, and I want to talk to somebody that's, you know, been in the acting business his whole life, practically, which is really awesome. You know, he was in, what was it, Big Daddy with Adam Sandler. Him and his brother Cole were in that movie. That was a fantastic film, and I love Adam Sandler. He's unbelievably funny. The guy's hysterical. And he was Sweet Life with Zack and Cody, and they were in a whole bunch of movies. They're great actors, and you know, I'm just getting my acting career started. I wrote a movie myself, Italian, Running Away from the Unknown. It's going to be filmed in September. You know, a lot of work. It's really a lot of work, and it's a lot of stress also, and the stress just never goes away. It's very hard to get movies done, to get things done like this, to really get things rolling, to really want to do something, and to have the brain power to do it, to have the people behind you to help you. It's not no easy task. And when we are on set in Martinsville, Virginia, on the 18th of September, it's really going to be we're really going to be more exciting than it's really going to be more exciting than what we actually anticipated at this point. We're going to really have a great movie here, a great project. We got a lot going on, and we got a lot of people involved. I was just informed the other day that I have that my friend Chris Harding, and also he's assistant director of my movie. He got some other actresses that are going to play in the movie, which is fantastic because we need the actresses. There's only, right now we have Carrie Atkins and Renee Gambrell as the only two females that are in the movie, so we need more. So I think you got like 2 or 3, which is unbelievable. They're just scouting him and Derek, they're just running things. They're making my dreams come. Everybody is making my dreams come true, and it's not easy. It's not easy to get people to talk, and to try to really be involved in such a project. It's exciting. It's really exciting. I can't believe it sometimes. It's just unbelievable. So if anybody wants to call in to the contrary about movies or stuff like that, give me a call, 347-426-3972, and let's get you on the air here. We're on till 11, and we're kind of it's kind of hard to do a show like I always say. But I'm videotaping this, and it's going to be launched to YouTube. And I want to get some callers in here to try to talk to. Let's get some callers in here. Italian Voice Radio Show. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Italian Voice Radio Show, baby. Nothing beats it. Almost 5,000 listeners. I'm so psyched about that. It's fucking great. It's so great. It's just unbelievable. It's such like a kick. It's just boom. Gonna have to go get myself some coffee after this broadcast, and we'll try to get everybody on the air today, and we're back on the Italian Voice Radio Show with Dom Calvino. A lot going on, dude. A lot going on. We're talking today merely about what happened last night at the show, which I feel bad because people were logged in, which is excellent. I appreciate everything everybody did for me. To log in. That's great. I don't get it that much. Unfortunately, people are busy and everything, and I do my shows at unorthodox times. Unfortunately, but sometimes when I'm bored, and I have nothing to do with it. It's, you know, I feel like talking and expressing myself over the air. I kind of try to get on the air and, you know, talk to people and see what's good. You know, so give us a call, 347-426-3972. And, you know, I'm, you know, hopefully looking for some callers today for an hour. I have a show going on for an hour, and I'm looking for some good callers here to try to, you know, occupy some time here on the Italian Voice Radio Show. You know, we're gonna always do a show that's, you know, that pumps. Let me see if I can get my homegirl Carrie to call in. Let's see, Carrie. Let's see. Hey, Carrie. She's in my movie, actually. Call my show at 347-426-3972. I am live right now. Okay, let's see what happens with Carrie. That'd be fun. Yeah, so we got, you know, I've been friends with Dylan for a while on Facebook. I always ask him to try to call in. It'd be cool to talk to another actor, a real, like, pumped up actor, you know, that's just constantly acting. I like to have famous people on my show with boosts everything. Well, we'll see. One day, maybe when he's not busy, he'll call along with his brother Cole. That'll be cool to have a, you know, a great show on. You know, I'm actually pretty excited about a lot of stuff going on. It's not a real show that, you know, you can hear on the radio, but, you know, I'm going to pump it up to 90 minutes. We'll go for an hour and a half. Why not? I'm pretty pumped up, man. I got a lot of good people behind me. And, I'm pretty excited about the movie. Having everybody involved is great. Let me put the short link on that thread so she can either listen in and talk. All right, so we got that there. So yeah, so I'm gonna. I was supposed to talk about something. I totally forgot. But yeah, we're gonna on September 12th, which is a Friday night, I believe. I'm gonna be in Newark at the Comic-Con at the Robert Treat Hotel. Get a lot of great actors going there. I mean, it's just going to be pumped up with actors. Lou Ferrigno, as a matter of fact, is going to be there. Cordisha, I think her name is. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. She's on my wall. She just posted something on my wall. Let me see. I can't see. Carbosia, I think her name is. She's going to be on set. I think she's going to be in my movie. I'll tell everybody. I got a lot of great talent. I mean, I'm really stoked. I come to think about the contrary and about my movie, and it just blows my mind. I mean, seriously. I don't understand how this, you know, how this even happens sometimes, but most likely, you know, it was God and my parents that gave me the strength to write this movie that I wrote right here, the script, and this is going to be turned into a movie, this script, and you know, that's going to be the best part of it. I'm going to write the script. I'm going to take bits and pieces out of the script and put it into a book, have a book published. And the book is going to have all the actors and actresses in the movie that are going to, that are in the movie are going to be in the book also. And I'm going to put, they're going to write their own experiences and everything that are involved in the movie, how we all became great friends, like family, and that we're going to, how we're going to make the movie and all that stuff, and their experiences on set, and everything, contributed to the movie that's going to be, they're going to write the movie and put it into book form, which I'm really excited about. If anybody wants to call in, 347-426-3972. We're on until 11:30. I boosted it up to, what's this? Oh, no, we don't want to do that. I boosted it up to an hour and a half. So we'll be on until 11:30. And let's get some callers in here. It's actually really kind of boring when I talk to myself here. But it is pretty cool because I do have a radio show and you can't beat it. Hopefully, as you can see my, where am I here? Well, here's this thing. Toxic Avenger that I was in when I was a kid. There it is. It was Skippy. The kid that got his head crushed right over twice, smashed to bits and pieces. And yeah, they killed me in the movie. And that was started a chain reaction a year ago. And I was in a couple other movies after that. Unbelievable, man. And I'm writing I'm making my own film. And I have so much going on. It's just so unbelievable. It's exciting. For the show, people, I am live till 11:30 a.m. All right, there we go. So hopefully somebody will call in today. We're gonna get a couple callers here because it sucks when you don't have callers. Where's that post? Oh, here it is. Yeah, man. It's kind of, a great thing. Talk on the radio. But it'd be even better if we had some callers here. I can't sit like that. Can't see me. I was just trying to get things across to some people that I heard on oh boy, I made a mistake there. Just give me a second, please. Oh, we got a listener. Beautiful. Thank you very much. If you'd like to call the show, you're more than welcome. It's 347-426-3972. And so now that you're logged on, which I greatly appreciate, that just brought my boost up to my stats up to 4993. So hopefully we'll get some more people. We'll get 5,000 today. 5,000 listeners would be great. We're getting there. What else can I say? It's excellent. I can't believe it myself. 5,000 listeners is just so, it's great. And that means a lot to me. It's not easy throughout the year that I've been on the radio in August. I've had a couple, 3 different co-hosts that were pretty much okay at the beginning, and then they, discharged right from the show, and they didn't want to get involved with it anymore, and but they would call, and which I don't care. But if you're gonna call, but don't make a honest commitment at that point when you're first going to start the show and tell me you're all into it and this and that and you want to do everything, and then you screw and leave me alone talking to myself. So if anybody wants to call in, man, feel free. We're talking about anything right now on the Italian Voice Radio Show. We're going to take a little break and we'll be right back. 347-426-3972. Get to your phones, people. Press 1. Get in the caller queue, and I'll let you on the air. It's easy. 347-426-3972. Let's get some people on the air here and chat it up until 11:30 p.m. a.m. I'm sorry. Yeah, that would drive me crazy. So we're gonna hopefully get some callers in here. I appreciate the caller, the listener actually. That's in the queue here in the chat box that's listening. Oh boy. Yeah, we're back on the Italian Voice Radio Show. All right. Let's see what we're going to talk about here, baby. We got a lot of people on Facebook right now, so let's get a caller in here and talk about whatever. Today's just a show just to mess around. But there's a lot of serious shit that's going on in this country. They took down the Confederate flag in, South Carolina? That was up for approximately, 55 years? You know what, man? You know what I think? I could be wrong. This isn't the truth, but it's my opinion, and what I think about that is, first of all, they should leave the damn flag alone and worry about the war and what's going on in this country and other countries that are affecting us, about terrorism. They need to take care of that stuff. And I think that Confederate flag was just a fact and an issue to block out what's going on in other countries. With the war, they're always doing that. They're always blocking everything. They're always trying to keep people away from what's going on. They don't talk about it much on the news, but they talk about that flag and everything else. It was up for 55 plus years. Leave the damn flag alone. You know what I mean? I don't think that that shouldn't even be an issue. Should not even be touched. Excuse me. Shouldn't have anything to do with anybody. Leave the damn flag alone. You know what I'm saying? That's like them dropping the American flag, and people around the world, around the country, burning the American flag. What the hell's that about? You know what I'm saying? I don't know where these people come up with the balls. I really don't. I really don't know where to get the balls to even want to, burn the American flag. What gives these people the right? The poor people that had to fight, our soldiers, our military that had to fight back in World War I and II and Vietnam to bring freedom to America as we have today. But it seems the freedom overrode the Constitution, and now we're in the midst of the whole world coming into America. And now, at this point in time, it's becoming an epidemic that we're, whoever slides in through that gate could be a terrorist, could be a friggin', somebody, suicide bomber, anybody. It's not just to come to America and live free as a free citizen and work and try to support your family. That ship is gone. That ship sunk like the Titanic. That's not even around anymore. American freedom is buried. We don't have freedom anymore. And that's the way I look at it. This country's in a world of shit, and everybody's doing whatever they want, and the ones that suffer are the ones that are trying to do good, and like the Americans and the law-abiding citizens that are American, and it's disgusting. And I don't think that it should be that way. When I was a kid, it wasn't like this. I'm only 43, I'm not old, but, I've lived through a lot of shit. And literally, dealing with a lot of shit, dealing with a lot of crazy people in my life when I was drinking. And I'll tell you what, thank God that ship sunk too. Not an easy task when you have to deal with that type of stuff, but as per this country and the trouble that we're in, and the mess that we're trying to, get rid of, it doesn't seem like it's going to help. It doesn't seem like it's going to get any better. Why? Why can't this shit just end? You know what I'm saying? There's way too many problems that are just way too much, way too thrown under the carpet, and and nobody's doing nothing about it. They may try to make it look like they are in this shit, and everything, and but they don't. They're not. And seems like every time I hear something on the news or read something on Facebook from the internet, it seems like it just seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's scary. July 4th of July, our Independence Day. Now I hear, I don't know how true it is, I just read it a couple days ago, that the president wants to end the 4th of July. No fireworks, nobody, like you can't barbecue in your yard anymore on the 4th of July around, depending on how close you are to the fireworks, because of the ozone layer and global warming and shit. And all the chemicals will You know, first of all, there's no chemicals when you're cooking. Second of all, it's been a tradition since America was founded. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Well, what kind of shit is that? That's like just telling everybody in America that you can't breathe. And, you know, there goes what I said before about freedom. There goes our freedom. Right down the drain. You know, it's getting to the point, man. It's just really getting to the point that where are we living? In fucking Russia? I mean, you know, it's totally sickening. And there's nobody, you know, there's people burning flags, there's people coming into this country that don't belong here. And the government is sitting there letting it happen because of the president, because he overrode the Constitution. And he is continuing to override the Constitution, and he don't care about the Constitution. You know, why can't Congress do something about this? Or why can't the feds take him into custody and impeach him and, you know, I mean, arrest him for treason? He's a traitor, the guy, and, you know, it's sad to say, but, you know, by our own government and our own president, but you know what? That's the way it is sometimes, I guess. Too bad we don't have Ronald Reagan back anymore, which was an excellent president back in the 80s. One of my favorite, actually. A stand-up, true American Republican, and he didn't take no shit. He did not take no shit. Now it's just like the whole country's in a mess, and the president's sitting back trying to figure out what he wants to do, where he wants to go on our dime. You know, and the liberals put him there. And, you know, I mean, where are you going to go now? Like, where are you going to go with your life? Now, what are you going to do with your life now? And, you know, what kind of future you have for your children, or what type of future the kids have at this point in life, you know, growing up in this type of world. And, you know, I mean, it gets to the point that it's something, you know, I don't want to have kids. If I ever met somebody that I was going to have children with, I'd be scared shit. I'd totally be scared shit because of the way that these poor kids would have to grow up in this kind of world and have to, you know, live growing up with the way the government's going, the way they don't care, and the way, you know, it's just a freaking game to them. In the meantime, you know, our national security is at risk. And it seems like nobody cares. And they try to make it look like it's, you know, it's okay, and, you know, everybody's okay with that, you know, stuff like that. I don't know, but I'm not okay with it. And I'm sure the rest of America isn't. And I don't know where they're trying to come up with this, with the, you know, with the idea that they could just keep it going like this. And, you know, I want to play something from Archie Bunker. If I can find it, I think it's right around where I'm looking right now on my Facebook. From back in the day. That actually he hit the nail right on the head. And he definitely knew what he was doing and what he was talking about. And, you know, that's a long time ago. That's before any of this, obviously, you know, transpired. But if I can find it, which I'm looking right now at this point, I think it's right around where I'm looking. Let's see. You know, it it pisses me off because it makes me sick to my stomach. I mean, it's fucking nauseating that this country turned out to be the way it is. Years ago, before this degenerate stepped in office and destroyed America, everybody's stating that it's right in hell. Everybody's stating that it's George Bush's fault. I disagree with that. First of all, George Bush had nothing to do with the way this world is. You know, he was taking care of it. He got voted out because of some other liberals the liberals that wanted him out of office. And, you know, now look at the mess we're in. Now look at the way the world is. And we're in such debt because we're helping out other countries. We're helping out other countries with their issues. They have something going wrong, then people, hit up America, help us out. Or, let all the illegals in, and then the illegals come and they fucking murder somebody, and then they try to justify the murder because of the race. This poor girl died a couple days ago. She was shot by an illegal alien that was in this country illegally, then had a rap sheet as long as a friggin', here it is. Okay, hold on. Now we're gonna play this cut from, Archie Bunker. I want everybody to listen to this in entirety. Here we go.
And let me ask you this. Do you think Jimmy is roaming around the White House tonight trying to find a meatloaf to warm himself up on?
I don't think the Carters eat meatloaf.
Who the hell are they? They don't eat from Georgia. Oh, let me tell you something. I am so sick of Washington and all its works and all them politicians down there and them congressmen and the congressmen. Boy, I'll bet you won't find none of them congressmen signing down their electric blankets tonight. Because if they did, their secretaries would get up and go home.
Exactly.
Oh, really? The Democrats is doing a whole Democrat. And you put them in there. That's the place you had on you when you come back in the polls. Well, the Democrats' way of running this country is to go tell us all how we ought to make sacrifices. God, they're great on that stuff. But they're all going to have us over the hill to the poorhouse.
Yup.
We ain't going to be able to drive over there because we ain't got no gas. We're going to have to walk it.
Oh, the Reader's Digest says walking is very good for you.
Oh, ain't that lovely? The Reader's Digest can always put a little joy into poverty. Listen, my whole plan is this whole thing with the energy and everything. This is all a conspiracy, you know? It's a conspiracy. Listen, for years, all our lives, they've been telling us to go out and buy stuff that use energy. Well, all electrical stuff. They got electric toasters, electric ovens, electric stove, electric stereo, electric TV, electric vase, electric hair blower, electric knives, electric every damn thing. Not to mention the cars. And now, after all the big corporations there make the billions and billions of dollars worth of profits, signals, wham, they're changed. And after telling us for years that we can't live without this junk, now they tell us that we gotta live without it. The country is going straight into the dumper.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. And it's a shame. It really is. It's really a shame how, I mean, when was Archie Bunker around? Early 80s? Nowadays, you know, how the hell did he know about that? I mean, obviously it was still that way back in the day, and, you know, obviously he knew what he was talking about. even though that was a television show, was still pretty much on the money and effective to the contrary in 2015. And you know, we don't have any way out. It's sad. It really is sad, man. I mean, this country's just, you know, we're all falling apart, you know, doing stuff to, you know, please other people in other countries, and we gotta watch our nation's security. And it's a dangerous thing to bring up children at this point. What gives the country or other countries to go and kill people like that? And to chop people's heads off and burn them to death and drown them in shit in a cage. I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. And, you know, the more we sit back and let it grow, the more the tree's gonna reach the sky. And the more shit's gonna fall off it into America. And by that point, this country's gonna be, you know, filled with terrorists and militants, and it's just going to turn into a dump. And it's a scary thing. We don't know what the hell's going on. We don't know. They may make it sound like we know, and they may try to make it sound like, you know, they're doing something to try to keep it going, and to try to get, you know, to keep it going, meaning to try to combat it and to try to stop it, which, you know, listen, if they wanted it to be stopped, they could have stopped it immediately, and they still can, but they don't want to, for some unknown reason. I think it's money. You know, just, if they wanted to do what they have to do, is just drop a bomb and kill these pricks, then, you know, that's what they should do. You know, I don't understand. One thing is why this country fell into such a bad bracket. You know, according to our nation's security. Spooky shit, man. It really is. You know. One thing's for sure is, you know, maybe they'll attack them and knock the shit out of them without us knowing, and just go against everything and just put them right to sleep. I mean, you see these videos that are popping up all over the place, all over the web, and you know, the more people watch them, the more you support them. Which is fucking disgusting. I'm sick to my stomach even having to talk about this. And, you know, they can't stop it. But they can, but they don't want to. And it's just, the more they're, you know, allowing these people to kill innocent people for no reason because of their religion and beliefs, you know, martial law is going to be, set forth, and then what? You know? Then they could just barge in your house and arrest you or kill you, and you know, nobody can say nothing about that. Nobody can do anything about that. Nobody can try to, you know, protect the citizens of the United States, we the people. Our freedom is being buried by, you know, our freedom is being buried by the illegals that are in America. You know, I never thought that that would happen. I thought that America was the greatest, well, it is the greatest country on earth, but now it's just getting, when people hear freedom, if they can understand what it means or not, freedom isn't free, man. And that's the problem. Our freedom became too free. And right now it's, you know, falling apart. Our country's actually really falling apart. And, you know, it's scary, man. You know, God bless America and shit, and God bless our United States military. You know, but even then, they have to lose their life, and they have to listen to their commanders and chiefs, and you know, so they can't do what they want to do, or they'll be in jail for the rest of their life, and away from their family again. And I disagree with that. There are a lot of people that I talk to about shit like this, and they say that it's, you know, oh well, we're not like that. We don't kill people and this and that. You know, we have to uphold our nation's rights and everything. Well, you know what? What happened about 9/11? When we got attacked September 11th, 2001, at 8:46, I think it was, when the first plane hit the North Tower. And then the second plane hit, 1 hour later. Then the building fell. Then the other building fell. Then a plane friggin' crashed in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and then into the Pentagon. I mean, what kind of rules are they? Do you think by any bit of rules that they followed anything by the book? They want to, first of all, according to the Geneva Conventions, they just do what they wanted to do. That's how terrorism is. There's no rules to anything. You know, they should just bomb the shit out of them, because it's disrupting the nation's security, homeland security, and it's terrorizing people that, you know, don't deserve it. There are people dying constantly and left in the dirt. Yeah. What gives anybody the right to actually kill anybody in that form? To mutilate somebody like that so bad that they're just fucking nothing anymore. And they, you know, they're disrupting people's lives terribly in the fact that they just don't give a shit. Just because of some friggin' their religion and rights and everything, and they want to do this. They friggin' stoned some girl to death because of the fact that she didn't go home in time, or she was something like that. I forget. You know, the girl was young too, and she had just gotten a job, or she just went to school or something like that. And then they stoned her to death. Thousands of these fucking animals. Sickens me, man. It fucking sickens me. You know, everybody can sit back and say, fuck them, who cares about them, I don't care, blah, 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 blah. But you know what, though? You have to care, because you never know when that shit can happen here. Like I said, we don't even have borders anymore. You know, the border is so long, it's astronomical. It doesn't stop at one place, and that falls off the end of the earth. borders are huge around our borders of America, our country, and it is possible for anybody to get over their borders anymore. It's a shame. Our nation is strong, don't get me wrong, and we do have, great country and security and everything, nationwide security, and but there's too much freedom. There's too many people. They blame the police on everything. All these videos that pop up about police, and they always take these videos of what transpires when the police get there. They don't take a video of what the hell's going on for the police to have to get called to go to wherever they're taking a video, wherever this crime happened, or somebody gets arrested for something. They don't show you what happened previously. They want to show you what happens when the cops get there, so they have nobody, so they can't get blamed for anything, and the police end up getting, indicted for all these crimes and everything. And what? First of all, they're living too much by the Constitution. Don't get me wrong, I love the law, but our Constitution is strong since 1776. But what I'm saying is, there's too many people living by their rights a little bit too much, and they get pulled over by the police, and all of a sudden they don't want to. Oh no, you're not gonna check me, or you're not going to search my car, or you're not going to do this. I'm taping you, and you can't do nothing about it. You know what? I guess these people don't realize that the way this country is, and the way the nation's security is, and the way, I look at it is, the way I look at it is my opinion, and everybody has a different opinion, and I'm entitled to my opinion. If you're not doing anything wrong, if you're not guilty of anything, if you don't have a reason to fear the police, why not just obey orders? I mean, who cares? You know what? Who cares if they're infringing on you? Sometimes. If they are infringing on you the wrong way, then it's understandable. But if they're just asking you they stop you to check shit out, and, who knows what previously happened, what they're involved in, or what's going on that you don't know about, or, what they did to, previously, where they're chasing somebody, just have to go lock somebody up for murder, or, they just came across somebody dying in their arms, and then they have to go back out in the street. I mean, I have a lot of friends that are police in different municipalities in New Jersey, in different states. And you know what? Who do they call who do these scumbags call when they friggin' need help, or if they need somebody, or if somebody's breaking in their house, or if somebody's stealing their car, or you have a domestic dispute, or anything to the contrary? They don't call the fire department. They don't call the drug dealers, but it seems like that's the way it is. Call the dope heads down the street selling friggin' heroin to kids to come and help you. I mean, it's such a hypocritical situation that people just ruining their lives. And you know what? They make it look like it's like they're always wrong. And don't get me wrong. That I'm not conveying that they are always right. I mean, there is always bad apples, but the bad apples are the ones that get noticed. And the bad apples are the ones that get actually, found to be bad apples. You know, they do something wrong because they're abusing their power, then okay, they deserve to get fired or end up in jail, of course. But, if it's the ones that, you know, aren't doing their job and they get noticed to be, or get fraudulently, videotaped by somebody to make it look like they're doing something wrong, when in fact they're only doing their job. You know, and then the people that did break the law get away with it because they have no evidence. Lack of evidence is everything, and if you have no evidence on who you're trying to arrest, then obviously you can't do nothing. And then the ones that broke the law and are out there selling drugs or carrying guns and going around killing people and this and that, and you know, shit like that, then, you know, like, what's it called? Stop and frisk, for instance. Stop and frisk is, stop and frisk screwed up the whole country. Well, yeah. They had it in New York, and, they ended up taking stop and frisk and, you know, doing away with it, in other words. You know, why'd they do away with it? That's just giving the shit cans a little bit of a, you know, leeway to go break the law without having the police, you know, doing that. And that goes back to what I said. If you're not doing anything wrong, then you shouldn't have to be afraid of getting stopped. You know, they could be looking for somebody, they could be friggin', you know, you be looking for a murderer or something, or somebody breaking, you know, that broke into a house, or, you know, anything could be possible. Oh my God. What the fuck? Oh my God. We're gonna have to stop the show right now. Just found something out here. But I have to stop the show. An emergency here. Not on my part. We'll resume tomorrow. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. And, stand tall. See you later.